All right. It says line G has a slope of 6/7, and H. So you have some line. It's called line G, and it's got a slope of 6. So what's the rise? What's going to be if it has a slope of 6/7? What's the rise on line G? Yeah, 6 is the rise. Rho is 7. And now there's another line, line H. Line H is perpendicular. What does perpendicular mean? Yeah. So perpendicular. Okay. Now, remember we talked about the relationship between of slopes of parallel lines? Like this line over here. If I had this line over here and I say it's parallel to G, if I have, let's say I have line, hold on, I'll just call this line W for now. But over here I have, let's say I have line R. And line R is parallel to G. What's line R's slope? Yeah, if line R down here, if it's parallel to, so if I say line R is parallel to line G, what's going to be line R's slope? Yeah, so what's going to be its slope? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so line G slope, M is equal to 6/7. So what's line R slope? Okay. Now, line W is perpendicular. So it's going to be the opposite reciprocal slope. So you get this, go ahead. Well, you have to flip it and multiply it by -1. -7/6. And that's going to be the slope for W. Now, if you have the only other tricky thing about this concept is like if you have a slope of like 5. Let's say this line right here, let's say M equals 5, and I have this line over here that's perpendicular to it. M equals what? If this slope is 5, what's going to be the slope over here? Okay. -1/5. What did you do on paper? Okay, you flipped it. Okay, cool. That's it. All right, so are we ready to do the lesson? All right, so okay, it says the equation of line T. Wait, the equation of line T is y equals -4x plus 3. All right, so this is line T, and I know it has a negative slope, so I'm just gonna like just kind of roughly draw it like that. And this is y equals -4/9 x plus 3, and they're calling this line T. Now they're saying that line U, I'll draw my line U right here. Line U. And they're saying that line U is perpendicular to T. So I could have drawn my line U. I drew my line U there. Do you see that? Does it have the same y-intercept as line T? But I could have drawn my line U right here and still have been perpendicular. Does it have the same y-intercept? It doesn't? On the second? Yeah, look right here. You see, so line U, watch. I drew line U right there, right? Do you see line U? All right. Here's the y-intercept for line T. Here's the y-intercept for line U. They're different, right? But if I want to, I could draw line U like this and still make this perpendicular and call this line U. Now they share the same y-intercept. Or maybe I want to draw a line U here, or here, or here. So I don't know if it has the same y-intercept. They didn't tell me. But they do tell me that it's perpendicular. So all I know is I don't know the y-intercept relationship, but I do know the slope relationship. Because in every scenario, the slope is the same. It's the same rise over run, same rise over run, same rise over run. So what's the slope going to be for line U? No, the slope for line U is the flip of the slope of line T. You do the reciprocal, reverse reciprocal of this thing. It's going to be positive 9 over 4. It can't be the same one. If it was the same one as this one down here, it would be parallel. You'd go this. No, like, okay, so this line, y equals negative 4 over 9x plus 3. That stays the same. That is this line right here. Okay? This other line, I don't know the equation at all. I don't even have enough information to do it. So if I want to write the equation for this one, I could write it as y equals 9 over 4x plus 10, or y equals 9 over 4x plus negative, or like plus 3, or y equals 9 over 4x plus 1,000. I have no idea what the y-intercept is going to be. They didn't tell me that. I don't know. But what I do know is I know its slope. In order for it to be perpendicular to the red line, it has to have this slope every time. Does that make sense? Yeah, because if I do y is equal to negative 4 over 9x plus 3, y is equal to negative 4 over 9x plus 3. So y is equal to negative 4 over 9x plus 3. Okay. That's the first one, line T. All right. What is the slope of the other line? What does it have to be if it's perpendicular? So y equals positive 9 over 4 x. So the slope is 9 over 4, but you have to have the x. And then, but I don't know where it's going to be. So maybe if I can write it like I could put a 4 there. But I don't know if that's it because they didn't tell me. So maybe it could have like a negative 2 instead. See, or maybe it has a y-intercept of 5. So we don't know. But in every scenario, the new line that I drew is perpendicular to the green line. because the black line, the purple line, and the orange line have a slope of what? What's the slope of the black line, the purple line, and the orange line? Yeah, not 9 over 4x actually, it's just 9 over 4. 9 over 4. So they're parallel to each other because they have the same slope, but they're perpendicular to this one because it's the negative reciprocal slope.